What's going on, guys? It's Cuts by Coast here with another tutorial. This one's going to be a high bald fade with some waves on top, a wavelength, a true one guard on top. That's what people mean when they say wavelength, just for those of you who don't know. So we're going to start off here balding out our first guideline, and I'm going to come back in with my gold FX under, just because truly it cuts a little bit closer than my wall detailers, but that's just because I've never gapped them. I use them straight out the box just to be safe. So now, you know, we're using a shaver, and we're bumping that all the way up to our line. Next, we're going to go in with our open clipper, about an inch, a little bit over an inch. And we're going to go in closed, just slightly bumping up our guideline, and then going back in halfway open. After bumping out our bald line, we're going to come back with a one guard all the way open, using it loosely so we can blend into the top. Next, we're going to close it up all of the way, and after that we're going to take our half guard halfway open. I always start halfway open with the half guard because, especially when using the Babyliss, it's a little bit longer than the wall. And I guess I'm already doing the bald section of the back. Didn't realize how fast I moved on this one. So alright, we're already going on with that. So now we're gonna go with the shaver. Same steps as usual. We're gonna take our wall magic clip all the way open and then close. After we do close, we're gonna go halfway, and for me personally, I normally break up the head into 4 quadrants. I do one side, the other side, and I split the back up in 2 pieces. Because like I said in the last video, the back is a little bit harder than the rest. So you really want to focus in the back, where on the sides, you know, you might be able to breeze right by. We're gonna go back in with our one guard all the way open, flicking out into the top. I have not cut the top down yet, but I still like to be loose with my work until I'm all the way blended into the top. Now we're using our half guard, bumping out our in-between levels. My Babyliss half guard did not get it done, so I switched over to my wall half guard for that section. And here I'm just cleaning up my fade in spots that I see that I did not notice at first, or I just decided to go back later in and fix. So we're going to do the same steps to this quadrant of the head as well. Here I'm going to go with the pattern of his crown and go ahead and start laying down the back with my one guard. And back again, we're gonna go in with the open clipper, followed by the closed clipper, bumping up about halfway, and then we're gonna take our lever halfway open all the way up to the top of that. After using our one guard all the way open, we're gonna go back in closed, softening up our line, and then we're gonna go in with our half guard halfway open. Then we're gonna go in with our wall half guard all the way closed, because it definitely cuts closer, but as you know, on black hair, Hispanic hair, it slides a little bit more than the Babyliss half guard does. The Babyliss kind of holds its own, where the wall is significant, but You know, it slides on thicker textured hair. Now we're gonna go in with our 1.5 guard, and it is closed. I know I said I'm using a 1 on top, but I do not want to cut too much hair off, taking a 1 up into over his parietal ridge. So now we're going down with our 1 guard closed, really knocking the waves down, letting them pop some more. Alright, now onto the lineup. I didn't record this part, but I always use hairspray and brush all the hair down so it stays in place for me when giving out a perfect hairline. Right there I was in the way a little bit, but you know what I was doing. Now we're working our way to the right side. Well, his left, our right side. And as you can tell, he's a little light in his corners. So after I get done lining him up, I am gonna go in with some hair fibers and just finish off the front hairline. Here I am using the Sean Cuts Hair Color Enhancement card. You know, I don't just use this card because I work for him, work with him at his shop. It truly is such a easy and very useful tool to have in your arsenal. You look him up on Instagram at Sean Cuts Hair. You can purchase this color card through his bio. They are on back order. He's waiting on them. I think he said around January. And guys, whenever you use color enhancement, hair fibers, anything, you always want to go back and reline the hair up just to make sure that it's in place. You shouldn't be looking to cut a whole lot of hair off, more or less just cut the hair that might curl over the hairline, might just stick out that you didn't notice before. But after you put it on, you seal it with some hairspray, and it almost gives it a little bit of an ash line, so makes it pop even a little bit more. Here I'm going back in with my straight razor, just making sure that the hairline is sharp, edging it up. I am dry shaving it. You know, you have to make sure that your client doesn't have very sensitive skin if you're gonna do this. It just creates that ash line because, you know, it's the hairspray that's dried up. And here you go, the finished product, a high bald fade with a 1 guard, waves on top. And guys, leave me some feedback in the comments, like, share, tell your friends, and I'm out of here.